Hi everyone, welcome to Megan Sullivan Art. I'm here today to flip you through a custom order journal which was for a 21-year-old male. I was told that he was into music, cars and just general, blokey things, I suppose. So what I decided to do, as I had a collection of vintage books that I've just been collecting for sort of male themed journals, I decided to include some of those book pages in here. So let me first show you what books I have used to make this journal. I'll put that to the side. I've got this Radio Servicing Made Easy book, which I got. All of these are from our sort of local, second-hand shops here in Alice Springs. It's copyright 1961, and it's got different pages with diagrams and different cool stuff. So I used some of those book pages. This book is the Collins Music Encyclopedia, if you can see that on there. That was another really cool score. It's got a nice embossing feature on the front. This one is a 1959 book, so some of these pages have been pulled out and used in there as well. That's a really cool one. This one is The Practical Man's Book of Things to Make and Do, another really cool cover which has got an embossed feature on the front, which I will definitely repurpose this cover. This is quite an old one as well, this one. Well, it says copyright E839, whatever that means, I don't know. But yeah, I would have to say, judging by the fashion, probably 1940s or so. So that's a really interesting book. So that's sort of more glossier pages. So you'll see there's different ones of that through this journal. And there are some pages from this book which is, oh, if I can get it, Practical Australian Motorist Illustrated. It's got a cool symbol on the front there, a little diagram. And love the end papers. So this is inscribed as 1953, and I may not be able to find it because I've actually pulled it apart. Oh, here we are. No, it doesn't say, but it would have to be around that as well, around that 1953. But how cool are these coloured illustrations? And then there's lots of different bits and pieces about engines and workings and stuff. So there are some of those through here, I believe. So moving those to the side. So I created a 2-signature journal, and it's just been made from recycled cardboard packaging. And I found this great music fabric locally in Alice Springs, which is new and it's already kind of pre-distressed. Like, I didn't coffee dye this myself, but it already came with those distress marks on it, which is pretty cool. I've got a shirt pocket here which has an old vintage car on it and some sort of Route 66 kind of imagery. Then I've got cardstock, and then it's all been sewn but using my sewing machine. In the front, so the pocket forms 2 pockets essentially. So do you remember the Coles Funny Picture books from when you were a kid? I've got a really vintage one, but I've also got some new ones. I cut out some of the Picture Puzzle Land pictures because I just thought they'd be interesting. Back them with end paper from old books and different things. This was a page from a book, so I just thought that the writing, and that's dated 1970, that was quite interesting with the stamps. So that's blank for the young man to write on if he wishes. And inside we've got 2 signatures totaling 208 pages, and so it's basically A4 essentially pages folded in half. I've lined the inside with scrapbooking paper, front and back, and yeah, so it's they're writing journals, this one. So some coffee dyed paper. This is vintage. I don't even know how old this is, probably from the 1950s, just a lined paper. So I've just sewn that in for extra writing space. So it is very simple. So there's some tags that I've punched out. Electric guitar. Some vintage book pages as well on motor vehicles, which I had already pre-chopped, so I'm not sure what book that was from. Power Tools, that's the motor vehicle book. This is more modern book pages on musical instruments. So this is Aviation in Melbourne and a flip up. There are a couple of plain references through here, some ephemera. That's the musical encyclopedia. Fitting a trapdoor to a ceiling. Another picture puzzle one from the Coles Funny Picture Book. Music encyclopedia. A belly band here. This was from the Vintage Car Book, so I just thought that was really cool. Kind of Art Nouveau, retro-ish type thing. Another belly band. And so it just repeats, but essentially that's what it is. Another flip out there. It just hinged with paper. End papers and things. I keep all of those when I rip them out and repurpose. A large flip up, that's from a music book, like a book about music. Yeah, so he can do a lot with it. And in the middle is just a cardstock, scrapbooking paper with music themed on it. So then I've just gone with the vintage car image backed onto end paper. And I had already ages ago embossed some paper with this music embossing card, so that's been added in. And there's another Coles Funny Picture Book thing there. Where's the cat? Yeah, so second signature, very similar book pages and the same layout. One about earphones, aeroplanes, bathroom fittings. A car advertisement type thing. That's the transistor book. Joints and fastenings. So I hope he likes it, and I hope he will put some use. So this is aeroplanes. Flip up. The lady who's bought it has bought about 8 journals from me. So the centre of the signature. So, and they've gone all around the world, so it's kind of cool. That's more instruments. Music encyclopedia. Vintage cars. Transistor radio. Cabinet table. Copper wire. Radios. And the end. So that is that journal completed. Alrighty, stay tuned for a monster custom order video up next. Thanks, bye.